Welcome to the final leg of the Highway 1 road trip. As we're off to the very end of Highway 1 today. Certainly not the end of making videos. We'll be in Palawan to start that tour next time. But for the Highway 1 tour, this is it. Although technically this isn't quite all of Highway 1 that we've done. Let's get into the air first. We'll worry about that afterwards. Somebody seems to have removed that King Air that was here last time I visited. We're up. Not going to bother going back and looking it all up, but I seem to recall this whole thing with following Highway 1 starting as an idea when I had a flight to or from Tairi, possibly Oamaru, or certainly somewhere down towards the bottom end of South Island. So might start again at Oamaru and head south following the rest of Highway 1 down there. Then we can say we've seen all of it. There are a few airfields to visit. Highway 1 ends at Invercargill, and then technically not Highway 1, but we can go over then to Stewart Island and see the science fiction airports over there. But that's one for the future. It definitely will be Palawan in the next set of videos. Then after that, I know I did start a tour around the Reunion Island scenery, which I'm fairly sure I never finished, so we might go and complete that tour after Palawan and come back to New Zealand once again after all that's done. So still making videos for a while, and I'm sure my occasional random Japan or random USA might happen as well, but as we're still on Highway 1 for now, and this trip has become the Google Reviews journey, unfortunately there's nothing on this bit of road really to talk about, but at the end there's a place I went to, the Kilparianga Lighthouse and Tearoa, the Murray Spirit Tree, which does have reviews and made me wonder who would give a 1-star rating to a fucking tree. And looks like somebody called Lachlan Berg did just that. 1 star and a comment of "very cool" with 3 exclamation marks. So I'm guessing Lachlan Berg might be new to the internet then, and hasn't quite worked out yet what the star system is and how more stars is better than less stars. Never mind, I'm sure he'll work it out eventually. Or saying that, some of the reviewers we've featured on this journey, not everybody is good at thinking, are they? But fingers crossed for Lachlan. Maybe he can get the hang of it eventually. So here it is then, the very end of both Highway 1 and North Island. Have been here before in X-Plane, fairly sure it wasn't very flat. Road is a bit of a mess right at the end, but that's where a car park area is. So that would be OpenStreetMap's attempt at the car park. Also a public toilet next to the car park as well. Only 2.5 stars for that, so perhaps trying to hold off if you did need a dump might be a good idea if you can, but it's there in case of emergencies. although somebody called Ali Owls gave it 5 stars and wrote, "Great memories, I highly recommend." A little unsure now if Ali is an idiot who accidentally reviewed the toilet while trying to review Cape Reinga in general, or if he did actually have a really great shit. Possible, I suppose. Especially to a man, a good dump, it can count as a leisure activity at times, and I have had a few 5-star ones over the years myself, so yeah, you never know. Right then, the plan, which I already know is going to be a really bad idea, turn around and try and land on the very end of Highway 1, which is nothing like flat, and chances of having a similar ending to this video as we had in the last video probably quite high. Baron may not have been the best choice for a flying machine of the day either. Then again, a bush flying Piper Cub is likely to struggle with this one, but such is life. The Baron, that's what we've got, so keep your fingers crossed. Coming past what should be the car park and the public toilets, which I might make a custom model of one day if I get really bored. Yeah, perhaps I should save that for my retirement from scenery making. The very last thing I ever make, Cape Reinga car park crapper. That would be a good way to bow out, I think. But no, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So, okay, right then. Let's brakes, no, back up. That's quite a big dip. Oh god. And that's another. Jeez, ow. Brakes, stop, please don't slow that, dear. Yeah. I might have made that in a Cub, possibly. But we're not on fire. Completely destroyed another aircraft, but we are not on fire. And not being on fire, that's definitely a positive thing on my job application for Palafreight. I'm sure they'll be impressed by that. And if they are suitably impressed and I get the job, I'll see you next time at Puerto Princesa. I think I need a shit after that. Yeah, but bye.